Today we will learn about the heating effect of current. When a conductor is connected with the cell, the random moving electrons are accelerated under the influence of electric field set up in the conductor. The velocity of electrons increases, and after the collision with itself and by ions, they loses the increased energy, and electrons drift with constant drift velocity. Here the path of electron is shown when the electric field is not switched on. So it's follow a straight line path, but moves randomly. This is a path of one collision. This is a path of second collision. And similarly, third collision. Now when electric field is switched off, at that time this path is at that time when electric field is switched off, because due to the electric field, electrons shifts their path, drift in the path. There occurs a drift in the path. Because there is a velocity in this direction, but after drifting the electron goes following this path. Similarly, other paths are drifting opposite the electric field. The velocity of electron increases, and after the collision with itself and by ions, they loses the increased energy, and electrons drift with constant drift velocity. This loss of energy appears as heat in the conductor. Let I be the current flowing through the resistor, then the charge flow through the resistor is in time dt is dq equal to I dt. The work done by the field is given by dw equals to v into dq, or IR v equal to IR into I dt, as v equal to IR, or dw equal to I square R dt. From mechanical equivalent of heat and work, dH equal to dw by J, where J equal to Joule's constant, 4.2 Joule per calorie. In SI unit, J equal to 1, hence dH equal to dw equal to I square R dt. This is known as in SI J equal to, hence dH equal to dw I square R dt. This is known as Joule's law of heating. Now the heat produced in the system is time t is given by H equals to integration 0 to 2 dH, or 0 to 2 I square R dt, or H equals to I square RT. From above it is clear that H is directly proportional to I square if R and T are constant, H directly proportional to R if I and T are constant, and H proportional to T if I and R are constant. Now power. It is defined as the rate of doing electrical work. Consider a part of circuit carrying current I. If dq charge flows between 2 points differing a potential V in time dt, then work done by the electrical field dw equals to V into dq equal to Vi dt. Hence, power of the circuit P equals to dw by dt equals to Vi. Now unit of power is joule per second, or 1 joule per second is called watt, or 1 watt equal to 1 joule. 1 watt equal to 1 joule per second, or 1 watt equal to 1 joule per second. Power dissipated in the circuit. If the portion of the circuit is a resistor, the potential difference is given by V equals to IR. Hence P equals to P equals to Vi or IR into I equal to I square R, or I equals to V by R, so V by R to the whole square into R, or V square by R. Hence, thus we have formula for power as P equals to Vi equals to I square R or equals to V square by R. Next, work done by cell battery. In the case of discharging, this is the case of discharging because current is coming out of the positive terminals of the battery, and this is the EMF E of the battery. R is the internal resistance, I current is flowing. Now work done by cell battery discharging is dW equals to E dQ equals to E into I dt. Hence power supplied by cell will be P supplied equal to dW by dt equal to EI. In case of charging, in this case work is done on the cell, so power given to the cell consumed by the cell is P consumed equal to EI. In the both cases we see that expression for power is EI, only it differs in that in case of discharging power is supplied by battery, and in case of charging power is supplied to the battery. Next, power generated in the resistor. This is our resistor, and potential difference across it is V. I current is flowing through the circuit. Now P generated is equal to Vi, also V equals to E minus IR. Hence P generated equals to E minus IR into I, or EI minus I square R, where EI is the power supplied by the cell and I square R is power consumed in the internal resistance. Power consumed in the internal resistance. So our next note, power generated in resistors equals to power dissipated in resistor, or equals to power output of source cell. Power output of cell. Question: find the heat developed in the resistor in 1 minute as shown in the figure. We have H equal to I square RT, or 2 square into 25 into 60, or 100 into 60 equal to 6,000 joule, or 6 into 10 to the power 3 joule. Question: a coil of resistance 100 ohm is connected across a battery of EMF 6 volt. Assume that the heat developed in the coil is used to raise its temperature. If the heat capacity of the coil is 4.0 joule per Kelvin, how long will it take to raise the temperature of the coil by 15 degrees Celsius? A coil of resistance 100, let's see again. A coil of resistance, that is resistance of coil is given 100 ohm. It's connected across a battery of EMF. The battery of EMF is 6 volt. Heat developed in the coil is used to raise its temperature. If the heat capacity of the coil is 4 joule per Kelvin, how long will it take to raise the temperature of the coil by 15 degrees Celsius? Here H equal to I square R dt. H equal to I square R into T, or I is given by E by R, so E square by R square into R into T, or E square by R into T, E square by R T. Now E is 6, so 6 square by 100 into T, or 36 by 100 into T. This is the heat generated in the circuit. Now we know that dq equals C dt, where dq is the heat lost or gain, and C is the heat capacity of the coil or any body, and dt is the temperature difference. So dq will be equals to from this formula 4 into 15, because temperature is changed by 15 degrees Celsius, so 60 joule. Now since H equal to dq, that is heat generated equal to heat supplied, so 36 by 100 T equals to 60, hence T equals to 60 into 100 by 36 second. Solving we get 16 to 100 by 36 into 60 minute, or 100 by 36 minute, or 2.8 minute answer. Next question. In the circuit shown, find A the power supplied by 10 volt battery, B the power consumed by 4 volt battery, and C the power dissipated in 3 ohm resistor. Solution here, net EMF E net equal to 10 minus 4 because cell is connected in opposite sense, so we have net EMF will be bigger minus the smaller, so 10 minus 6 equal to 6 volt, and R net equal to 3 ohm, hence I will be net by R net equal to 6 by 3 equal to 2 ampere, so the current in the circuit is 2 ampere. A power supplied by the 10 volt battery is EI, that is 10 into value of I 2 equal to 20 watt. The power consumed by 4 volt battery will be EI, that is, this is the EMF second battery or cell, or 4 into 2, that is 8 watt. Hence power consumed by 3 ohm resistance equal to I square R, or 2 square into 3 equal to 12 watt. Next, in the circuit shown, find the heat developed across each resistance in 2 seconds. In the circuit shown, find the heat developed across each resistance in 2 seconds. Here, total resistance will be 3 plus 6 into 3 by 3 plus, because this is in parallel, 6 into 3 by 3 plus 6 and plus 5, these three are in series. So 3 plus 18 by 9 plus 5, or 3 plus 2 plus 5 equal to 10 ohm. Now current in the circuit will be I equal to net EMF by total resistance, 20 volt by 10 ohm equal to 2 ampere. So current in this circuit is 2 ohm. Now the above circuit is like this after taking the equivalent of this. So now V equal to IR, so 2 into 2 equal to 4 volt. This is the potential difference across 6 ohm. 6 ohm and 3 ohm resistors in parallel, because in parallel potential difference remains same. And now H1, that is heat generated in this resistance, I square R into T, or 2 square into 3 into 2 equals to 4 into 6, 24 joule. Similarly H2 is this value, so H2 will be in this case V square by R into T, V square by R into T, because this volt potential across this is 4 and resistance is 3, so V square 4 square by 3 into 2, or 32 by 3 joule. Similarly H3, that is heat generated in this resistance, V square by R into T, 16 by 6 into 2, or 32 by 6, or 16 by 3 joule. And H4 will be I square R into T, 2 square 5 into 2 equal to 40 joule. Answer. Now kilowatt hour, it is a commercial unit of electrical energy. It is known as 1 unit, that is 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 unit. Thus 1 unit equal to 1 kilowatt hour, or 1 kilo, that is 10,000, 1 kilo equal to 10,000, and watt hour, 1 kilowatt, that is 10,000 watt, and to 36 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. So 3600 second power into watt into hour will be joule, so 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. So 1 unit is equal to 1 kilowatt hour equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. So number of unit consumed will be total power in watt into time in hour divided by 1000. You should remember this formula. Number of unit consumed will be total power in watt. Total power in watt and into time in hour. Time in hour divided by 1000. So this will give the number of unit consumed.